So this trail right here, I don't think anybody's been down here in a long time. Apparently I just talked to, there's a park ranger across the street. I said, does this go all the way down the river? He goes, yeah, I think so. So it means, I don't know if he's ever been down here either, but there's stairs and there's a railing. So it obviously looks like it was intentionally put here for people to get down here. So I'm gonna wander down and see if we can fish the river over here. It definitely looks like this place has been neglected for some time. But there's still a trail. Just got minimal fishing gear. Again, I'm hitting the same river, but about 10 miles upstream from where I was at the last time. We're just gonna check it out, see what it looks like. It might not be fishable at all, and I didn't put my river shoes on, my water shoes, so I won't be going in the water because I didn't really know what I was going to come into. But if it's a decent enough spot, maybe I'll go back up to the truck and grab my shoes. But it's obviously right next to the highway, which is kind of a bummer, so I apologize for all the traffic noise, but we're still going to check this out. I am kind of glad it's next to the highway for here though, because there have been, I guess, several bear sightings in the last couple weeks up here. Even though it's been hot, they're moving. The other spot I go to is really in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around there, so it's easy to stumble upon one. So the last thing I want to do is stumble on a mom and some cubs or something. There's no cell service, so I can't get a hold of anybody. I can't really do anything. It's just me. But over here, I'm right next to the road. I'm right next to, there's a campground right across the street, so I have a feeling it's not gonna be around here with all the people, all the traffic and everything. It was a lot longer than I thought. Looks like we're coming up to it. I can see the bridge now. This is a neat little area right here. Some beautiful trees, beautiful scenery. Wow. But again, traffic. That river, big old. Yeah, I don't think I'm climbing down that. I'd get down it, but I'll never get up. So far, I kind of like the other spot better, but the trail kind of wanders off over here. But yeah, it slopes down and goes to a better landing. Looks like it's a little bit more accessible here. A bit of a rapids too, that's cool. Yeah. Still, the banks are really steep. The other side looks good. There's a spot right here, but it's still really steep. I don't know, let's see what I can do. Good spot right here, I'll try this. There's a little hole right here, pretty fast current, but I'll give it a shot. I'll let my worm just kind of throw it up there and let it go down. How's it going? But definitely one thing I've noticed about fishing this river, it's very busy. I think no matter where I've gone, there's canoers, kayakers. Just got to get used to it. I think I like the other spot better. It was wider, current wasn't quite as fast, and it was well, it was gravel, but it was a little bit sandier too. I think I'm gonna go back to that other spot. I think you just got a hit there. Man, it goes so fast. That current is strong. It is super fast. There's a bunch of snags right here too. Well, we'll try a different spot again. Here we go. This is the other spot, the first spot that I came to the last time. Oh no, where's my worms? And this one is much easier to access. It's much more accessible. The other one was very populated too. There was just all kinds of traffic there. There was a campground right across the street. There's another one right down the road. There's a huge music festival going on just another mile down the street. You could hear the music. And that part of the river that I went to was just super narrow, and that current was so strong, just ripping. I couldn't even really do anything. I bet I would struggle even if I got into the water there. This area that I came to last time, I'm going to go to again. We're going to spend a little bit more time fishing this one. It's a lot wider and a little bit more shallow in areas, so it's easier to traverse. The current isn't just so strong, it's just going to sweep you away. That other one, I guarantee I wouldn't even have been able to find my footing. It would have been a struggle. But either way, we're back to this spot. I guess you could call this part 2 in the series. Came down here to fish it last time and caught one. I think it was about a 10.5 inch brown trout, and I let it go. It's too small to keep. They need to be 12 here on this river, in this portion of it anyway. And then I had another one on, but it got off. And then, of course, me being in a hurry, forgot to grab other hooks and tackle and all that stuff. So this time I came prepared. I've got a lot more stuff. I've got some pocket full of split shots, pocket full of hooks, pocket full of worms, and we should be good to go. And it's another hot, blazing day. Humidity is not quite as high as it was the last time I was here, but it's still up there. You definitely know it's summer. This spot it's a really beautiful walk. Of course, any of you that have been watching my channel know that I love to hike. I love to just go down good trails and just take in the scenery. And this spot down at the bottom of this river, it's because this whole river is pretty much in a big ravine. It's just a gorgeous area. So regardless if you're catching fish, you're just having a good time because it's beautiful. One of the best rivers I've ever fished. There's another one further up north I'd like to get to. It's another very, very beautiful area with some very large trout, especially the, I keep wanting to say cutthroat, but they're not cutthroat, they're brook trout. Some very large brook trout in that river. And I've seen them before. Going up there with a friend of mine, we headed up there one year to fish it, and we weren't paying attention to the timing of it. and we got there the last day of the season, the night of the last day of the season, which means we set up camp, we got up the next day and the season was done. So we couldn't even fish. Talk about preparedness. Note to self, make sure you pay attention to the dates of the seasons when you're allowed to fish. I want to try and make some noise in this area because that other area was way more populated. Like I said before, there's several bear sightings around here in the last couple weeks. So I want to make some noise because this spot is way more secluded than that other one, which means the likelihood of them being around here is a little bit greater. Not as much, but still want to make noise. I don't want to run into a mama with some cubs. It would not be good. These kind of areas like this too, you're walking through thick brush, you don't know what you're going to come up on. Oh, and there's that beautiful river. It's gorgeous. All right, let's get set up and fish this baby. All right, back at the river again, same setup. Same worms, red worms. Again, I don't remember what number hook I got. I think it's a number 10. I don't remember, but I'll adjust this a little bit. This is the spot I came to the last time I caught a couple, so here we'll just give this stretch of the river another shot. I am actually wearing a life jacket today. Two reasons. One is it has all my gear in it. If I carry this up on the river, you don't have to keep going back to shore to grab it. I can go farther up. Just keep wandering. But the other thing is just for safety, because this river is a very strong current, and it's all gravel, sand, bottom. It's got deep pockets, and if you get too close, that current just kind of, your feet start to sink. And that current kind of takes you. So just a precaution, I just want to make sure that I'm not putting myself in a stupid situation. And a little brown. He's definitely too small. Oh, easy, buddy, easy, easy. Just barely got him too, through that lip. There he goes. Nice. Nice, got my line all tangled up. Unexpected hit, of course. It's fishing, right? I gotta untangle my line. So this is actually a nice little spot to fish because I'm on a pretty high gravel bar right now. So anytime the canoers or kayakers go by, I can just scoot off here, get right out of their way. And then there's this deep, this whole thing right here is pretty deep. It's probably 4 or 5 feet deep all the way down there, which is really nice. I got one out of here. It's a good sign. Must be doing something right. Just know those big dark spots end up being. There's a dark spot like right there. I don't know if you can see it, but sunken stumps or logs or something there. I know I'll get snagged on, so I want to try and steer clear of that. I know there's somebody coming. So I'm sitting here fishing this spot, and about 3 guys come through on a raft. Nice guys. They just said, heads up, in about 30 minutes you got a group of about 70 canoers and kayakers coming through. Now that's a lot. So I'm gonna fish this for a few more minutes and just kind of start wandering my way back up. Start wandering my way back up there and just kind of hang out for a little bit and let these guys pass as soon as I see them, because I don't want to be out here standing in the middle of the river when I got that many people coming by. So again, we'll fish this for a few more minutes, see what happens, and we'll work our way up. He said about 30 minutes, but I'm already hearing some people, so I hope that's not it, because that was only about 30 seconds. I'm gonna try and fish right behind the stump. It's a big stump. I don't want to get snagged on it. No, no. I don't know, maybe I'll just try and stay away from it. That snake. Don't know what kind he is. Green water snake of some sort. I was oblivious to him. I was sitting here fishing, and I think he snuck up on me and was checking me out. I turned around and he was right there. I just turned the camera in time to hopefully get a picture of him. I don't know what kind it was, but pretty cool. Running out of real estate for me to walk on, so I think it's time to start heading back up the spot I started. I might do that whole thing again. I don't know how far I walked. It was around that bend way up there. I might just do that whole thing again, just because I like this spot. I like how it fishes. I like going bouncing back and forth from one side of the river to the other in these shallow spots. That way I can scoot over when all the canoers, kayakers and stuff come through. But I'm going to fish this a little bit more, on the way up to that little sandbar. That's probably where I'll get out. I gotta walk back up because there's no good way to get out along this bank. So I'm just gonna fish it as I go up, and hopefully I get out in time for all those crazies to come by. I'm gonna try to fish this a little bit faster than I was before, just because I really don't want to get caught out here with all those people going by. Kind of fish as a walk, fish as a walk. Fish as a walk. And get the stump. And get the stump. Oop, I had a hit. Oh, just barely bumped it. I could feel it. Oh yeah, fish on, fish on, fish on. This one feels pretty good. What we got here? Another small little brown. Again, too small to keep. This stick is 12 inches and he's not that, so. Got a nice hook placement right in the jaw there. Come on, buddy. Not too, just barely at him. It was just barely there. That's fish number 2 for today. That's good. That is cool. So here I am, kind of back to that same original spot I started at. Kind of waiting for that big group of people to come through. A couple other guys just passed through and I asked them if there was a big group. They said, oh yeah. So it's been verified by 2 different people now. Just out here, had a bite out here and I missed him. Well, I came back up to the truck because I just didn't feel like waiting for that big group. Not only waiting for them to come through, but then also waiting to them to show up and then wait for them to come through. I've been out here for a couple hours. I figured, you know what, I'll call it a day. It was a good day. Good day on the river. Got 2, brought in 2. Still too small to keep. Which again, I think the DNR stocks this portion of it. And I wonder why that's all, if that's the reason why they're all this small. But anyway, it was a good time. I'm back up at the truck and I'm heading back to the camping. folks, that's it for this adventure for today. Thanks for tuning in again. Had a great day down at the river, caught 2 brown trout. They weren't keepers again, but that's all right. I still had a great time. Now I'm back at camp. Just gonna make a fire, make some food, and chill for the rest of the night. Again, I thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. All right, we'll see you again. Bye. All right, so as much talk as I've had today about when I was out fishing, twice I think I mentioned bear in the area and being on my toes about it. I'm here back at camp and I just had a mama bear and a cub walk through about 25 yards away. She didn't pay me no mind, but the winds are really high right now, swirling in a lot of different directions, so I'm pretty sure she caught my scent and didn't want anything to do with this place. However, I still grabbed the 410, fired a couple of warning shots, and then got it loaded with a slug and put a couple rounds in my XDM here. That was a little nerve-wracking. I don't normally encounter that kind of stuff. I mean, it was pretty cool. It was pretty sweet. I know that there's bear in the area and there's been a lot of sightings and whatnot, but I've never been up here where I've actually seen one walk through camp. It's pretty cool. But I fired, you know, three or 4 warning shots. Let her know I was here. I doubt she'll be back, which is great. I doubt there's a boar on her trail. But that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I wish I could have got it on film, but I barely just saw in the distance the mama bear walking by and then the cub bouncing behind her. That's when I bounced up and grabbed my shotgun. I don't need them coming into camp any closer than what they just did. But that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. All right.